Hi there, I'm Jill Chivers from 16 Style Types, and I'm here together with my co-creator of our new online program, Imogen Lamport. And we also have with us the beautiful, inspiring Julie, our ENFP, who has participated in our new online program called Your Type of Style, Unlocking Your Style DNA, which is a deep dive into self-discovery and style and how your style personality and your style expression meld together in a unique and beautiful way. So welcome, Julie, and thank you so much for being here.
Oh, pleasure.
So we'll just start broad and ask you, what were some of the things you got out of participating in the program?
Look, I got a lot out of it, and I also found it very enjoyable, which for me was very important because there was lots of interaction. And what I really got out of it was a shift in focus. I wanted to improve my style. I felt things weren't coming together. I had a lot of nice items. I spent a lot of clothes, but I didn't seem to have any outfits. And there were always more and better things I could buy that might just make the difference. And of course, I ended up with a huge wardrobe full of clothes and, again, not many outfits. So what made a difference to me in the program was it was really a shift in my attention from the outside world of fashion and beautiful fabrics and new ideas and looks, and a shift to the inside. I realised that unlike a lot of other fashion blogs and things, it wasn't about me mastering these tips and about body shape and colour and doing this and doing that and what was in, what was out. And I knew I looked better in some things, but I was so influenced by what was out there. I almost lost sight of the fact that the organising principle I already had, it was myself, it was my character and personality. I actually knew a lot more about style than I was allowing myself to express. And this program really, the use of types, I'm an ENFP. I can't remember if you've explained what that is, but I liked it because it didn't stereotype me. It didn't put me into a box, which I would not have liked. But it was a way of understanding some of the characteristics I had that in a very practical way about how I put outfits together, how I shopped, why I tended to hang on to things for a terrible long time in my wardrobe, still seeing the possibilities, still trying to make them work. And of course, just confusing me more. So by focusing on who I was able to, and in detail, how I became what I was, what I really liked, what I had around me, what I valued, I was able to learn more about how to express that. And so I felt, I think, a bit more confidence about experimenting and putting things together and enjoying my clothes too.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Did you have any specific aha moments whilst you were going through the program?
I had quite a few, and some of them I was realising I was resisting. Any point of resistance, of course, is often a good place where we can learn something. And every time it came down to a signature style, I thought, I don't want to choose. I'm going to have to rule out this. And what if there's this great new thing and I discover I really want to look like that? And I realised that my love of variety was actually making it hard for me to look stylish. So it was one of those paradoxes that I love. So I realised what I really needed in my wardrobe was some creative limitations.
Oh, wow.
And really, when I looked, we also looked at what we wore over our lifetime, if you like. Some of us looked at photographs and we might have posted some. I realised that I actually had a style. There were some elements that were consistent that I really liked. And it enabled me to express that in detail and see what a relief and the increased number of possibilities in making outfits could come from limiting, if you like, the pencil box, the number of things in my wardrobe, not just by number but by style, and really being honest about what worked for me, what didn't, not being influenced, oh, is it expensive, is it fashionable? Because in the end I knew that didn't matter, I always knew. So it was really trying to embrace some idea of limitation, of focus, because there's so many beautiful, enrapturing things in the world every day I get distracted by. Focusing really on what I had, not what I didn't have. That to me was a bit of an aha that I keep discovering that in various areas of my life, I guess. I had the concept of wearable variety. It wasn't just enough to have variety. That was sort of meaningless. So that was one of many.
I love that idea of creative limitations for ENFPs, for whom the paradox seems to apply more so than for other style types. So thinking about other ENFPs, you're sitting in a room with a bunch of other women who prefer ENFP, and they're saying, hey, you've done this program, you got a lot out of it. What would we get out of it? What might we get out of it? What would you say to them?
Well, I'd say all ENFPs are different and we love being different. And we're special. We're so special. Of course, that goes without saying. I'd say that it was an adventure. It was a chance to really explore things in a slightly deeper way, and to enable us to express our own authenticity, whatever that is. To get a better handle on that and to see how to translate that into outfits. And I'm still in the process of that, and I don't think I'll ever stop. But it's the discovery, it's the interest, it's the creativity of making new things, seeing new things. So I think it's just a lot of fun, and it's also, if one wants to really look at oneself, it can be as demanding as one wants, because fashion isn't fashion, clothing, how we are in the world isn't superficial. So it can be whatever individual women, ENFPs or other, really want to take from it. But it's a way of exploring the whole area of style and being in the world and being comfortable with ourselves and our body and our choices.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Was there anything in the program you found particularly fun? Was there any modules that you went, this is a really fun one? What was it that you really loved?
Well, I loved the interaction with other people from different types, and it was like having, I didn't grow up with sisters the same age or a really strong peer group as a teenager. So it was amazing to look at people's own reflections on how they got dressed, what issues they had, what they did well, what they didn't, their concerns. And I realised it actually gave me an idea of what some things I actually do well without thinking about it, as well as some things I could improve. I love the challenge of making outfits and working with colours and understanding about contrast, and really exploring, I guess, experimenting and realising the more I experimented but felt I was aware of what I was doing, the more like me I felt. And I felt, it's hard to pick some, but the ones about colour or about wardrobe, and also defining style. I really enjoyed that.
So it sounds like some of the really practical modules really were enjoyable for you. Has there been a change in how you approach style, some of the practical elements of style, getting dressed, shopping, wardrobing, those kinds of things?
Yep, I'm in the middle of that. I still feel the pull of the new and the mini and the lovely fabric. and experimenting with something just because it's different. Now, I guess I'll never stop doing that. But I did do another wardrobe cull, and it was a more useful one than I've done in the past, and edit. I very proudly took a photo of 5 bags of stuff I was taking to the charity shop. And I had another big bag to be mended to, keep till next year, see if one of these turns out to be a fabulous thing, if I know how to wear it. So there were less clothes in my wardrobe, and I started to think, what if my wardrobe was full of things I liked? Brainwave. I mean, not only that I liked, but that actually I could wear right now at the weight I was with the lifestyle I had. And so the wardrobe, it became actually a bit easier to get dressed, and I could see what pieces might make a difference to make outfits when there's less there, and I'm not wasting time putting on things, taking them off, because they don't fit or they never really look right. I felt, yes, I really do need an X top, or, hey, I always buy tops. Why don't I buy trousers? That's what I need. Or if I had, say, more patterned, I could get more outfits. So it was really, it enabled me to see what I had in my wardrobe. And when I shop, I can see, no, I know that's a great style, not on me. Now, I always knew that, but I'd try it on, and then I'd get excited about the interaction with this wonderful, salesperson, other people in the shop. I'd be involving them. I mean, it's boring. But I really sort of enjoyed it when I had the time, if I was surrounded by beautiful things. And I thought, no, I'm not going to let anyone talk me into it. This is just silly. So I have become clearer and a bit firmer about shopping and knowing I'm not going to go into a particular store because I know I've done that many times. It always looks interesting, but nothing ever fits, or, they're cut a bit mean, or I end up not liking the fabric because it's not good quality. So it gave me more awareness to shop with more discrimination. And it became more fun putting together outfits, and not as stressful getting ready for events. Because I thought if I just bought all clothes, sort of the right colour, all nice items, confident of that, they just sort of all go together. And, maybe they do, but it'd take me a while to work that out. The other thing I learnt was the importance of details. Places to go, people to see. So to do that last bit of the shoes and which earrings, and of course there's zillions of combinations, I know, statistically. But I saw the difference that made, and how I tended to spend money on the same things, and really they were pretty similar. So I got quite a lot of practical use out of it. And the more I focus on applying those learnings to practical things, I think the better and the more easeful it's going to be getting dressed, and I'm going to enjoy my wardrobe and the things I buy.
That's really fascinating. Really, it's interesting to just how much practical you've got out of this program. So, because, it does delve both into the psychological type arena as well as the wardrobing and style arena. So it's interesting just that you've managed to take away a lot of really useful, practical things from it, which is actually helping you improve your wardrobe. Are there any last thoughts you'd like to share on the benefits or the value of doing this program?
One thing was I thought, oh gosh, I know this all. Why on earth would I do this program? And I read some good style blogs, I buy nice clothes. But I realised there was such value in focusing, and the questions or the topics to focus on. When I actually did that, I learnt something new, or it enabled me to bring the information together I had about you know, what suited my body type or colours or contrast. It sort of brought it together, and I understood more about where my preferences, well, this is wandering on. I understood that I got more of a handle on bringing things together and being at the centre of my style, I guess, and it being part of me, so that I could go on and live the rest of my life without being puzzled by my own wardrobe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for your thoughts, Julie. We really appreciate you taking the time out to chat to us. And we're really glad that you've got so much out of the program in a really practical, useful way. Because it's, you know, you can think, well, I can do all this stuff and still my style doesn't change or improve. So it sounds like it's had quite a big impact on your style, and that it's been really valuable to you.
Look, it has, and I'm still culling my wardrobe. I'm still a work in progress, but I will always be like that. And it doesn't trigger the old issues of, you know, oh, I don't look as good, I should look better. It's just so much more enjoyable. And so thank you very much. I just loved it, and the sharing things with the group I found very, very helpful. Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Julie. That was just fantastic.
Thank you.